fun time for some reason. Let's see if YouTube is gonna go live. Okay, I think YouTube live is going now. I think it is. Could someone double check for me? Is my YouTube live? I can't tell if it's live. Okay, yes, YouTube is live, I think. Oh my goodness, I can't. The YouTube live software that they use to show that the YouTube is live shows, okay, perfect, we got it. We're good, we're good, we're good, we're good. All right, we did it. We did it. Now, the only question is going to be this. Now, when I switch over to the actual mic that I'm going to be using for like all the sound, let's hope that that has no issues. So let's go to that. Oh, which is right here. Actually, sorry. All right, so we're going to switch the mic over and then hopefully we're good. Can you guys hear my voice through this though? That's my bigger question. Is my voice loud enough? Because that's what I'm only concerned about, is going to be specifically this mic not catching my voice loud enough. But other than that, I think we should be pretty good. So, as you guys can see here, I have my Neo98. Okay, my voice is quiet. Okay. Yeah, I thought so. Let me just 1 second here. Okay, so my voice is gonna be a little bit quieter in this mic, but it'll catch the sound of the keyboard a lot better. So hopefully this will help in terms of that. I'm hoping there is no like static noise though. That's the only goal that we have right now, is that no static. And let's see here. Just want to make sure I can keep track of YouTube chat as well. So let's see here. Okay, now the whole goal of today's stream is literally going to be that we're focusing on just switches that people want to hear in the Neo98. So, you know, obviously Neo98 is went live this week. I already did a review video, so we've done a review video of it. Pretty much, if anyone has a specific specific switch set that they want to hear in the 98, I will put that in. So if anyone has like a specific request, let me know and then I'll grab the switch. I also have a bunch of new switches, so I can show you guys that. All right, let's go through my little gift box from Unikeys. So this is everything that Unikeys has sent me this round of switch reviews and things like that. So we could go over some of the new switches in the Neo98 if that's what people want to hear. We could also go with some of the older switches as well. I have like the Milky Yellows, I have Oil Kings. So, you know, things that people may want to hear. You know, I have all these different switches available. So these are going to be like your regular switches, like the HMX, BSUN, and the Key Geek stuff. This all here is the Wing Tree. So if anyone wants to know which ones they are, we can go over these ones. So first, take a look. Did I get this open backwards? Oh, I did. Here it is. So we have, this one's going to be a tactile one. So this is the tactile from Wingtree, which actually, you know what? Let's go onto UniKey's website and I'll go over all the switches I received. This will be easier for me just going over all the switches that way. So let's go onto the website before I show you guys all the different switches. So let's do that first. Okay, going back to the other mic so that you guys can hear me again. I had a little bit loud and clear because obviously the other mic, I have it set for literally just like to catch the keyboard sounds, but my voice can still get caught in it, and which is why I want to make sure that like it's actually kept in this nice like being able to hear it. So let me just go over the list. I just have to find the whole list that I have of all the different switches because there's so many. So we're gonna set this up. And let's go into, let me just make sure I got the right screen showing. There we go. Okay, so we have the screen now. We're gonna go into all the things that UniKey sent me. Because there's quite a lot, honestly. Like UniKey sent me a ton of stuff, which is why I have to really double check on everything. Oh, the static is back? Is it this mic that's having static? Okay, so I'm assuming it happened when I accidentally touched or hit my mic right there. Because I accidentally hit my mic for a second while I was trying to get the stuff that I needed. Hopefully we'd... Wait, is it intermittent? Oh, like it just happened again, right? Because I accidentally hit it again. So one of the things is like when I mustache or like sorry my beard area because I shaved it and it hits the mic. It could be that right now. Honestly, it could be that. I'm just moving back a little bit. Let me know though if you guys do hear more static. So going into the actual site, so let's take a look at everything that they sent me because it's a huge list of stuff. So first things first, I have the KeyGeek PA switches. Okay. So we have the PA switches. This is the first switch that they sent me, right? And this is a huge list of switches that was sent out. It's like a crazy amount of switches. So we have the PA. This one's going to be one that I kind of showed off with the Neo98 CU last time and the Core Plus. We also have the BSUN switches. So this is one of them. Going to the next one, we also received the Golden Apple. So that's a tactile switch. They also sent me that one. They also sent me, let's see here, an HMX switch, which is the T-Rex switch, which I think is not that different than a lot of the HMX ones that are already out there. But we'll have to really kind of listen to it, of course. So we have the HMX. Oh, interesting. Okay, I'm going to change the mic back. Because obviously it's this mic. Yeah. Sorry guys. It seems like it's specifically this mic that is dealing with it, and it might also be just the gain is a bit too high. So I don't know if it's like the gain is too high at the moment, and that's why. Maybe if I bring this, let's just go back to the other mic. Okay, so we're just gonna stick with this mic because right now I think that's probably the best bet. So let's go into seeing the other switches. We're gonna go into the Wingtree switches, which is, I got a ton of Wingtree. There's actually a lot of HMX too that they sent out to me. So going over all the lists of stuff is going to be like, we have the Sunset Gleam. I also received the Toast. So we have the Toast switch. And then the Wingtrees, we have the BM11, the BM10. We also have the VDV, the KM17, KM16. So these are going to be all the switches that was sent out to me, I believe. Let's just count it out. So 10 switches is what I got. So this is like a ton of switches that obviously Unikey sent me. So we can go over each one now. So PA, which we did like last time, but we can always do it in the Neo98. Really? Okay, so TRX is kind of interesting. Okay, interesting. I mean, it's a good price switch, what you mean. Okay, okay. I'll have to see. I haven't actually tested it out yet. So we have the PA, which is going to be like the PA66 nylon that they're using for the stem and the top housing, but the bottom is still the N5. It has a poppy sound, is what we kind of heard, but overall, like, I don't know. I'm starting to kind of not enjoy kiki clacky stuff anymore, but that's just me. It's something that's kind of gotten a little bit boring. The BSUN Golden Apple. This is something I was actually curious about. This one kind of looked interesting. It's a PEI material. So this one actually really has me interested in like what this is going to sound like. I think this is going to be pretty cool. We also have like, let's see, the Wing Tree stuff, Wing Tree stuff is always cool. Hi, Captucci. Thank you for joining from YouTube. Sorry, sometimes YouTube is a little bit harder to see all the chats for. And yeah, I'm really curious about the PEI actually. I'm really curious what this is going to sound like. It says it's a Thoughtkey profile, which to be fair, yeah, like PEI is becoming very, very, very interesting in general. It seems like it's becoming more popular, which actually I have a PEI plate coming in for the secret from Kibei. And I'm gonna be doing a short on that, and maybe I'll show it off in stream actually. And like we'll take it apart, and then we'll do a PEI sound test compared to the aluminum and the PC plate. Yes, so we can do a comparison to see like how it changes between the sound. So we have the HMX T-Rex. I think the Wing Trees is the most interesting stuff in general because they're newer. So I'm really curious of like all these different Wing Tree stuff because we have so many Wing Trees things, right? Okay, we have like the BM11, this is the tactile. This is also a tactile from BM10. We also have this linear, the VDV linear, the KM17 linear, and we also have the KM16 linear, which is, yes, this is a lot of stuff. And then HMX Sunset. Really? So the ex BSUN people started Wing Tree. That's interesting, actually. That's cool to know, actually. I didn't know that. I've been talking to DY about like the Wing Tree, and like he doesn't think the Wing Tree linears are as great in terms of the tactile versions. He says the tactile stuff is actually a lot better. But you know, I mean, the things were like the Coral Switch wasn't in stock when he sent me out this stuff. So I actually ended up ordering the Coral Switches with the new KKB keycap set. Really, because I wanted to try this one out. This one seemed really interesting. For some reason, just like a whole color scheme of this and everything, I was super interested in the Coral. And then also this one, the 277 linear. So this is a custom switch, is what he was telling me. This is like, they're one of their custom switches. So he uses a copper leaf. I'm really curious about this one. He was saying that this one was like had an interesting feel to it. I'm actually, out of all the Wing Tree ones, this one was the one that I was most interested in because it was so different. Hi Jean, lightest HE. Where to buy the lightest HE? I don't. I think some of them ones that for HE stuff. Light HE. I think you have to actually spring swap it. I'll be honest. I don't think there's any like super light ones. I mean, there's some that are like around the 40 grams and like 37 gram ish. But if you really want something lighter than that, because I know someone in Korea actually was commenting on one of my videos and asking about it for the Tiken switch, and yeah, pretty much I had to like they did a spring swap, so you can do spring swap that way. Okay, we're gonna go back into taking a look and let's see. Okay, which ones do you guys want to do? You know, I don't know which switch you guys want to do, so let me know like what switch you guys are kind of curious most in. The PEI. So you're curious in the Golden Apple. So the BSUN Golden Apple one. Okay. Okay. Which one is the BSUN Golden Apple? Let's put all the Wing Chooser stuff. Oh, also, actually, you know what? I also have some other stuff. So Caves and Cable also sent me out switches. So I also have a bunch of stuff from them too. This is the new Taro switch, and this is the Cherry Pedal linear. In terms of springs, Jan, I'm not too sure. Um, I'll have to look into it. I actually have to look into it because I'm not too sure where they buy these springs. I know there's places out there. I think R and K BD. I think they have spring swaps for Hall effects. I'm not 100% sure on this. All right, we're gonna have to open these up. Okay, this is not the golden apple. Nope, this is the PA switches. As you can see, I have not opened up all of these switches yet. Wait, how can I open the bag without ripping? Sorry, please explain to me. How do I open this without... What? That was a thing? How? I've already opened all of them. Mango, you need to teach me next time. I'm gonna go to your stream. You have to show me how I actually open it without ripping it apart. No, this is a toast. You will have to show me. Because I have no idea. Okay. So, here it is. The BSUN. Oh. See, but there's a ripping part, you know? Like there's a little portion here that says rip me, you know? That's why I'm like, okay, I have to rip this. Like it says rip right here. Okay, we're gonna do the BSUN Golden Apple, which is a really nice switch. Actually, it looks really cool. I think this thing looks quite interesting in terms of the design. I can't believe it's mounted to PEI. I'm really curious now because I also ordered the 4mm PEI plate for the Secret from Kibei. I really am curious how that's going to sound, and maybe this is going to be the switch I should put in the Secret with that together. Like maybe that's going to be the play. I'm curious. You know, yeah. And the NV70 of mine should be arriving soon. I think Monday. I think my NV70 arrives Monday. So hopefully that will be cool to also do. Like I'm going to probably build it next week sometime when I'm having the time. But I can also do a stream with some of the different switches and like different builds. Right now, so by the way, currently in my Neo98 is a top mount with the foam gaskets. So like you know how there's that the part where you can put foam underneath the PCB like gasket mount. I actually have foam there because I think that makes it sound a lot better, and I can give you guys a little bit of a sound test here. So let me just turn off the music real quick. Actually, is my music even playing? Oh no, I had my music paused this whole time. Sorry guys, I didn't know my music was paused. So this is with the Wing Tree, the Yu Ying tactiles. I actually am building my whole Neo98 with the Wing Tree tactile ones, the Yu Ying ones, the one that are like the MX Cherry Browns. I actually prefer using that. I think that's going to be something that I like. Oh, Jan, yes, this is the Toro desk pad actually. So I actually bought another desk pad for the Toro desk pad, by the way. So, oh, where is it? Sorry, I can't remember where I put it. I wanted to give you guys in stream-wise, like, possibly 2 different colorways depending on the color of the keyboard. So something dark like this, I can use more of a brighter desk pad. And then when I do have something more of a brighter keyboard, I might switch this out to the winter version, which is going to be very dark with it. But you guys heard the wing tree with the, of course, like the Yu Ying in my Neo98. Which is not bad. I mean, I like it. It's still going to be on the loud side, a little bit clacky. Not like super clack, but still pretty on the, it's clacky, on the clacky side. And we get the music back on, and then we can focus on just like taking the switches out first, and then we'll go into turning the music off again just for the sound. And also let me know if the music gets too loud or anything. And let me know, by the way, if you guys like the music in the background. That's something I would love to know, if you guys like the music, because I spent some time getting all the music done. It's like, whatchamacallit, Suno, like with their AI music and stuff, and like I just put in some of the stuff that I wanted specifically how it to be done, and then I made all these songs. Got like 50 songs done. Alright, let's just get the alphas. That's what we're gonna focus on. It's just the alphas. Wait, what do you mean by putting my fingers on the keycap? Do you mean like the spacebar when I was taking it out? Or do you mean when I'm grabbing it like this? When I grab it like, oh sorry, okay, the camera. When I grab my keycaps like this and I put my fingers over it, it's to keep it straight. Cause I don't want to pull like this and then have like an angle. I pull it like this so that it's actually fully straight, and that every keycap's gonna come out like in a line, so then I can hold it in a straight line. Yeah, it's because I don't want it to have it unbalanced when I pull it out, and then like sometimes pull things like sideways, so I actually put my finger in between. It's just one of my ways of doing things. I know, it's weird. I do things weird. It's just part of who I am. Alright, we got the alphas out. And also it's with the alu plate, by the way, so just letting you guys know, it is with an alu plate. I like the alu in this Neo98. It's a Neo98 was actually pretty decent overall. I still wish that they had more options, but it is what it is. It's still a very affordable, much nicer, like affordable board. But I will still say, this is no foam, by the way. This is no foam. I did not put any foam in my 98. I really do not do foam for this. That is not something I will do. I'm not really a purist to say. I like my foam in certain boards, but more lately I've been getting into foamless stuff. In general, I like to have like a mix of things sometimes. It depends on the board I'm using, really. Some boards just don't go well with foamless. Some boards go really good foamless. I think the more I've gotten clackier in terms of like the switches I personally like foamless builds more, especially for the clacky. The only thing is though, is I'm a very big fan of gasket mount. So that's something that for me, I personally like gasket mount a lot more than top mount. I feel like top mount does not always work well with a lot of switches in general. One thing I also learned about the Neo98 while I was testing different switches, kind of afterwards with the way I wanted to build this board for myself to use, the like heavy tactile clacky switches do not work in the Neo98 very well. You get a very, very strong pinging sound to it, which is not the greatest. It's like a lot of hollow sound that kind of echoes through the whole chambers of the board. And that's something I kind of realized after. To be fair, I feel like a lot of boards that are foamless have a hard time with heavy tactiles with like how it can sound. I think from all the boards so far that I've tried, it's really difficult to get the sound perfect with like heavy tactiles. I think the Core Plus was so far the only board that I've had that was okay with a full-on high clack, like high-pitched clack, heavy tactile. Even the Neo98 CU does not sound that great with a heavy tactile switch that is like really clacky. No, don't. Oh, you know what's really funny? I actually posted my short video for the Neo98, and so I already had a comment of it, and someone was like, "Those keycaps are ugly." So someone doesn't like the Nova Keys KKB collaboration keycap set. And thank you, Professor Sprouts, for explaining all the spring stuff, because I also do not really know where any spring sets are. To be fair, when I got the Neo98, this is the keycap set that had just come in for me. I need more keycap sets. I had not gotten enough keycap sets over my time of doing YouTube. I'm gonna start learning how to, like, I'm trying to practice doing keycap specific reviews, especially with the new keycap set that I received from Keytalk. I want to kind of just do a focus on keycaps so that, you know, it would be easier for me to like learn these things and kind of grow in them. To be fair, I'm not that knowledgeable of like keyboards that much. I really have been more of a try and tell. Yeah, just really kind of learn to like focus on a keycap set, learn it, like kind of like measure them, hear how they sound on different boards, you know, things like that. I think they're gonna be short videos, so I'm thinking that's why I want to do them. It's just they're gonna be very short videos, maybe like maybe 6 minutes, 7 minutes, and like just go through them, take like nice video, try to do nice videography of them. I think that's my biggest goal, is learn to do nice videography, and then just, yeah, focus on like showing off these keycaps, and maybe that way more companies would want to work with me in terms of keycaps too. That's kind of like a goal as well, so maybe that'll help. Okay, let's pause the music and let's just hear what this sounds like in the 98. Okay. So I mean, to be fair, this is a foamless build, alu plate, and this switch definitely is gonna be a little bit different. I mean, it's actually not that high pitched for this one. So if you guys can, I don't know if you guys can fully hear. I guess I don't know. Are you guys fully hearing the switch properly? Oh yeah. I could definitely look into it. So we'll see how I'll look into that. I do have the flash. I do have the Echo flash, so we can definitely look into that. When I actually I've been considering it. I don't know. The only reason I haven't done the Echo flash is because I don't like the Echo. I don't like it. The reason being is the fact that it's pretty much the Astro aims, but in a different color scheme. And the Astro aims, I'm gonna be honest, are really not great in terms of feel and sound. But not actually no feel. Sorry, feel I'm wrong. But in terms of sound, they're really not that great. If you are someone who doesn't care about sound, the Astro aims feel wise they're pretty good. I would say they're not as nice as the Astro links though. That's just my personal opinion. Oh yes, I can definitely do that. Sorry. So on YouTube, I was asked, would I be able to test the Echo Flash, which is a Hall effect switch on my Wu-Tang V2? Which you know what? Actually, why don't we do that here on the stream? I think that might be better because I might not make a video on the review. I can do a test of it actually on here on stream. So we'll finish with the beast golden apples actually, Jan, and then I will grab my Wu-Tang V2 just for you, so we can actually test the Astro aims, not the Astro aim, sorry, the flash. So we can do that. I think that might be better. I think that way it'll be just in case in the fact that I don't do a flash video review. At least that way we have that sound. Okay, so so this is from YouTube, by the way. You use the IE 900s when you play comp. Okay, yeah, no, I completely understand. I'm surprised you use the IE 900 for comp instead of something else. Like the IE 900s are quite pricey, but for that price, I don't think they have that much of um like soundstage, like in terms of like the overall soundstage. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. The i900s are good though. They're very nice, but definitely more on the neutral side of sound too. But going back to the BSUN Golden Apples, I don't. Do you guys want me to try this in a different board, like something foamed? Maybe that way we can actually hear a little bit more of it. Yeah, you know what? Let's just hear what this would sound like with with a foamed board, because it sounds more on the deeper side. So I'm gonna grab my Evo 75 for this, just so we can kind of get a difference. Okay, so I moved the Evo 70, or sorry, the Neo98 up here. We're gonna use the Evo 75 as my test bench. Which, by the way, the keycaps on my Evo 75 is changed to the Midas. I actually really like the Midas set. It looks really nice. It's very thick too. So it's very good for like a Thok build. Alrighty. Yeah, I just want to get a difference. I don't think like adding foam into the Neo98 is going to be the better option at all. I think personally, it's a little bit better to just probably look into a different foamed board that's really good for foam, which is the Evo 75. The Evo 75 is very good for foam sound, not good for foamless sound. Yeah, you're right, Professor. So Professor just mentioned from YouTube, the YouTube chat, just that it is a bit too deep to shine in a foamless board, which I agree. I think these ones should be more. I mean, they're not bad, but yes, like in specific parts of the board, I hear it not sounding that great. Specifically the ones with the stabilizers. So like enter key, backspace, things like that. It's just not as nice. Because it has this like a bit of a hollow sound to it, which I think is not like what you'd want, right? When it's meant to be more of like the deeper sound, thing like that. So I think, yeah, it should probably be in more of a foamed up board. Which, I mean, the Evo 75 is good. If you have Keybase the base with foam, I think that could also work. It's pretty good for that. I actually do have SA keycaps, which I could go grab and switch them over with this one. Currently, they're on my Kick 75 high profile, but I do have them. So Professor Sprouts from the YouTube chat, yes, I do have an SA profile keycap set, but it is on my Kick 75, which I can switch it over. It's not that big of a deal. We'll try this first with the Midas, because the Midas is a little bit on the thicker side, and the thicker keycaps, I feel like it just has a really nice deep sound to it. Need 3 more. So let's go finish this off. That's, yeah, special K Tech. Sorry, special K. I've missed your thing there. Yes, Astro Aims. Yeah, I don't know. Echo did such a good job with the Astro Link. I was so disappointed in the fact that the Astro Aims were just kind of a disappointment. To be fair, I'm not a big fan of the Gatorons in general. Especially the pros. The pros I'm not a big fan of. But let's listen to this now with the Evo 75. Yeah, I'm agreeing with Nav there. This is definitely going to be interesting. I think it's better in foamed for sure. Let's move this to the side for a second. Let's compare it with the Neo98 real quick. Yeah, I think I prefer it with a more foam sound. This one, it's definitely a little bit nicer, but the spacebar is still a bit weird. Like the spacebar has a bit more of like a ping sound comparatively with the rest of the board. Oh, and as far from YouTube. You own an Inky 75. You're thinking of changing switches for more orthogonal sound. Do I have a recommendation in mind? This one, the KeyGeek Y2 switches. I would say these ones are gonna be probably the deepest sounding switches there are. I mean, to be fair, I don't know if I would call this a thocky switch or I would call this a creamy sounding switch. I would call it more of a creamy sounding switch because it's more muted and a little bit more mushed. But it's very deep, like incredibly deep, and I do like it though. I do like it in a foamed board. In the Evo 75, it sounds really nice, but in say an Inky 75 in my mind, um, deep switch. You know what? Actually, I'd go with the Keygeek Blue Cheese V2. I think that's gonna be a good choice. Like Keygeek Blue Cheese V2 might be what is good. The red one. Oh, sorry, Special K. This one is going to be the Keygeek Y2 switch, and it's a very creamy sounding switch. Sorry, Professor Sprouts put a fat 80-gram two-stage spring in the spacebar. That's a heavy spacebar. I don't know. I don't know if I would enjoy using an 80-gram spring. An 80-gram spring. I'm just thinking about it. I think that would be like really heavy. I don't know. Has anyone else experienced really 100-gram spring once in a while? Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like 80 grams, 100 grams might be quite heavy. Really, my thumb won't notice much. Okay. Okay. And Oeo AOA. No, I'm sorry. I haven't tried the Keygeek Y3X. I was hoping to possibly try it, but I mean, maybe next time. For now, I haven't been able to try it. 쿼터 T님. 그 네오 75가 3월에 되는 거죠. 좀 오래 걸리긴 해요. 근데 그래도 그게 솔직히 네오에서 출시한 키보드 중에서는 훨씬 조금 빠른 편이긴 해요. 저번에 60 코 플러스가 조금 더 오래 걸렸고 CU 같은 경우에도 좀 오래 걸린 편이어가지고. Hey Nav, how long did the Neo 60 CU and Core Pluses take in terms of like for the shipping and like all that stuff? Right, it was like longer than 3 months, right? Okay, 5 months. Yeah, because we have a person asking on YouTube chat, obviously in Korean, about like they were kind of sad about the fact that the keyboard is shipping in March. I'm just letting them know. 네, 코트티님 코트티? 코트티죠? 제가 발음을 제가 잘못 얘기하는 거면 죄송해요. 근데 3월이면 그래도 조금 빠른 편이긴 해요. 네오 치고는 조금 빠른 편이에요. Shan, thank you so much for that. Super thankful. You guys really don't have to, give anything or anything. Just thankful to have like viewers in general for this chat. Negan Nagasama. Okay, Nagasama Te. You're waiting on your Keygeek Y2X. Wait, Y2X or Y3X? Wait, what do you mean Y3X or Y2X? Still waiting. Wait, Brazen Tree, are you waiting on your Neo? Brazen Tree? Yeah, Nav says almost four, maybe 4. You ordered the 60 core in January and got it in April. I ordered 60 core plus in late September and got it early December. So that's gonna be 4 months. Yeah, 4 months. 4 months. Oh, you're still waiting for Brazen's still waiting for your Neo 60. Sorry, the Neo Core Plus. That's actually quite a long time. I'm surprised the Core Pluses haven't shipped yet. Oh wait, is Oeo Oeo? Man, your name is so hard to say. Oh, because of the multiple rounds, right? Nav's right. Nav's right. They did multiple rounds for the Core Plus. Okay, so Brazen from on YouTube chat's actually saying he's still waiting on the Core Plus. Um, but it could really depend on when the Core Plus actually which which batch it was. That's fair. Oh wait, so for Gondo HE PCB, so I did reach out to Gondo. Gondo's super super nice, um, but I'm not sure yet. We're still kind of like talking things over because, like, to be fair, I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm still very not knowledgeable in terms of how certain boards are, how PCBs are, how things are, and I don't have that big of a reach either in terms of like the amount of collaborations I get in terms of customs. Like, I'm just starting to grow into customs, right? So like my channel is starting to grow into customs more, and possibly for the Prism, um, like, I might have to get a Prism IM case because the PCBs are going to be built for the Prism IM case, I believe. So I don't know. I'm looking into that because there is no place in Canada that sells the Prism IM case that I could find. So that means I have to order it from Australia, from Keyboard Tree. So I'm looking into that. I'm looking into like doing that because the shipping is really really expensive if I order it from Keyboard Tree. Because again, I live in Canada, and Canada sometimes it's hard to find certain things. It's fun, but sometimes I mean we do have a lot of companies available here, but we don't have access to like a ton of stuff. Welcome Vice to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, so I'm in talks. Away, 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 away. It's away, away. Okay, I'm just gonna stick with away. Okay, away. We're having possible, yeah. So I'll see how things work out, and hopefully it'll be cool to really see those things happen. Welcome Vice to the stream. And we were just going over the golden apple. Whoa, Jan, where are you that it costs 110 USD for shipping? That's crazy. Yeah, sorry, Vice. You know that's the thing. The way that the person's name is spelled on YouTube chat is Oaoeao. So I was like, man, how am I supposed to pronounce this? Okay, so Jan, you live in Norway, and oh my goodness, that's a really expensive shipping. That's crazy. 110 USD. Has anyone heard of that? Yeah, right. So that's why I was like, oh wait, oh wait, oh, wait. I don't know how to say this right. But that's a cat meme. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. I am not caught up on memes. I am very, very not caught up with memes and stuff. Like it's one of those things, okay? I am very off grid in most things. No, I actually, you know what the funny thing is? I am not that old. I'm just very cut off in terms of social media, except for the fact that I do YouTube. So the fact is, I do YouTube, I do like YouTube social media stuff, right? Instagram, TikTok. Other than my own stuff, I actually do not look at any of those things on social media at all. So that's kind of one of those cases for me. It's like the fact is I just don't browse much. Like I just watch the things that I watch on YouTube, and so it's just one of those things, right? I mean, I don't really go on social media much. Um to be fair, it's kind of bad because I have one of those issues where like I'll be talking with friends and they have like and they're telling me how to do stuff like tech wise, and I can't do it because I'm so bad. Like I'm so bad with tech that like I'm being taught all the time by people, by younger people, how to fix things. Oh, Jan, what time is it in where I am, which is Vancouver? So Vancouver right now is 12:24 p.m. We're Pacific time. That's where I am located. I'm in Vancouver. But yeah. Oh, Richard on YouTube. So which keyboards are those? So this is the Neo98. So this is the newly released Neo98. They have a 98, they have a 75. You can actually go check out like the full build review and everything on my channel. What I wanted to do today was because I've watched some other streams. I've seen what people were doing for the streams wise, and you know there's specific switches that everybody uses, right? Which is gonna be like the cherry switches or some other stuff. I wanted to really see what people wanted to hear in terms of the Neo98, and you know like if anybody had specific switches that they might have been curious about before they purchased the board, because you know they might have say a like MX Blacks or MX Browns and go, oh, you know what? I'm curious how the MX Browns would sound in this before I even purchase the board because I don't know if it's going to sound good. So the ideas of these kind of streams is just like really chill, kind of go over different new stuff that I get in, right? Right now in both boards is going to be the BSUN Golden Apples, which, you know, let me give you guys a sound test of that. Yeah, I could do that actually. I should. And then this is the Evo 75. So as you can hear, right, this we have a foamed up board, Neo98, foamless. It's PEI, which is kind of interesting. So yeah, Special K, BSUN Golden Apple is PC top housing, PEI bottom housing, live stem. Yeah, it's a hybrid. You're right. I'm really curious what it would be like if it was a full on PEI switch. That would be really cool, actually. You know, that'd be really, really cool. I'm actually really curious. What if they did like a full PEI build? I would actually love to try that. That would be something really cool to try. Um, why haven't they done that actually? Why didn't BSUN just do a full PEI? Why are they going with a hybrid build instead of a full PEI build? I think that would have been a much more interesting thing to see. Like I would love to see, yeah, full PEI build. Jan, nice. Yeah, you know what? It's very late there, huh? You're up very late there. It's 2:25 a.m. I'm guessing when you say 02.25, you mean a.m. Like 2:25 a.m. Well, I mean, the thing is, Special K, like in terms of Big Switch doesn't want us to have PI. When you say Big Switch, are you saying big the big man, or I don't know. But I mean, to be fair, I think the PI switches, yeah, that's Big Corpo. I think it would be cool. I'm assuming they did this first as a trial to see how PI could work. I would assume that they haven't gotten the molds yet in terms of being able to do it like material wise PEI for like top and bottom stem as well. We might see them maybe in the future, like very near future, possibly the next BSUN switches actually. So it could be. It could be. Got to work in five. Jean's got to work in 5 hours. That's crazy. Okay, just for Jean, because he's got to sleep. You actually should be going to sleep soon. Let me quickly grab the Wuting V2 for you for a second and show you what the Acro Flash sounds like from Doc. That's fair, Doc. On YouTube, I see like yeah, if they can do PC, they should be able to do PEI, which makes sense, right? But it's gonna be I mean, I'm curious. I'm sure they are looking into it. I'm sure a lot of these brands are probably looking into doing it over time and then see what the cost wise is, as well as, you know, like the actual building of it. To be fair, the BSUN is actually quite is actually gonna be a little bit more expensive. So the BSUN is a little bit more expensive. But Jean, because you have to go to bed soon, I mean, you have to work in 5 hours. Let me grab the Wooten. Alrighty. Hello, Doc. Yes, so you have a custom Venom setup. Still sounds 10x better than Wooting V2. You were super let down by the Wooting V2. To be fair, that's fair. I mean, that's completely fair. A lot of people were let down by the Wooting V2. But I think if you have a different mindset about it, so for example, the way I looked at the Wooting V2 and my mindset wasn't that it's a new product. I treated it as more of like an update of the original 60V1, which might have been why I was less disappointed in general, because I'm like, it's just an updated V1, but the price is just a very expensive updated V1. So that was something that was in my mind. But that's what was my mindset from the beginning of it, was the fact that it was going to be just an updating of a V1. I think the way that they were marketing it, and this is something that I actually even mentioned to them. I had a talk with Calder, and I said like, I think it's best that it's treated as an update more than a thing. Like, I personally was like, hey, I think this should be treated as an update instead of a new product, because people are gonna look at it like that. People won't look at it as like a brand new product itself. So that's something that I had mentioned to them personally. I don't think that anyone really wanted to. Oh, sorry about that. But I didn't think anyone really were going to be happy looking at it as a brand new product. And also the FR4 plate, I'm going to be honest, it keeps scratching. I really don't think the FR4 plate was the way to go. That's just my opinion. The FR4 plate was not the way to go for this. You know, the ADHE, Doc, I know you're saying, you know, can you tell them to stop coming up with horrible versions of alternate layouts? I think, personally, that the ADHE was a nice try. I don't mind it. I don't mind the 80. I know a lot of people didn't like the 80. I personally don't mind the 80. But I think they could have done it a little bit different, a little bit better. But that's just me. I think I've started to see like why 80s are kind of decent, especially like in terms of a mechanical keyboard way. Yeah, like it's I don't mind it. I actually don't mind the ADHD layout. It's not the worst. Well, okay, that's fair. You know what? That's something that I really should have been thinking about, and I was wondering why they didn't make it happen. To be fair, I didn't think it was. So this was the issue. When I was testing out the sample V2, I wasn't sure if it was possible to make it like have the ability to do both split and one. I really should have been kind of fighting for it in terms of like talking to them about it and being like, hey, I really think that it should be able to do both layouts. So that's my bad. I really should have brought it up more to them. Yeah, the Avraka is gonna be probably the most interesting. The only thing is though, so this is the one thing. We have one viewer that actually does have a Raka, or not viewer, but someone in my Discord that has the Raka. It has a very interesting hollow sound to it though. That's my only gripe with that so far, is that it has a hollow sound. But we'll have to see. I actually am curious about it. It would be cool if Gion did a version of the Venom with multiple layouts available. I think that would be cool. But to be fair, right now, like Gateron does it too. The GTs do it. You can do split or a full-on spacebar. So, oh, and Jan, one thing to note: the flash switches are a little bit small. This is in general all Akko switches, by the way. Anything that's Akko that's not a collab switch, they're gonna be very loose in your plate. This is just how Akko does it. They have a small size for housing. It's not the best. You will not have a fun time with it, which is why I was saying, like, compared to the Astrolinks, which were not as loose as this one, you'll actually see it move around so much. Like, you see that? It just fell out. Like, you'll see right here, it just falls out. So Yeah, it's a bad thing. This is a bad thing about the Switch, right? If the fact that I can pull the Switch out without using my Switch puller is a very bad thing. Yeah, Doc, welcome. Just come join our Discord. It's a very chill zone. We like to be chill, have everyone be nice, you know. Something that I go for. In general, I think overall, like I really want to build a community that's just really wholesome, really nice with everyone. I mean, you're allowed. I'm not gonna stop people from swearing completely, but like just not swearing to each other. You know, how nice is that? Yeah. So yeah, as Doc said, like your loose switches are horrible if you want to use your HEPC without standoffs, which is becoming quite common these days. Which, yes, I think that is something that's becoming more common. I don't personally like it. I think that overall, HE switches are something that needs HE boards in general. I don't know. I'm really curious what things are gonna happen. I'm still waiting on to hear feedback from my Switch as well right now. So I'm waiting for like feedback on my ideas in terms of the brand that I'm working with. Which, by the way, I'm working with Your Studio. Your Studio is the brand I'm working with. Your Studio is super nice, super open to ideas, super open to many things, but of course within a reasonable thing, right? Like it should be not too expensive. You can get away with okay, so with key snap, that isn't a really a plate mount. You can get away with standoffs. Not fair, fair. Do you have any early adopters or slots for early adopters for your Switch? Maybe, possibly. I will have to see how things go in terms of that. In terms of the Switch itself, I'm gonna have to see kind of the cost wise as well. To be fair, it's not really my money going into it. So Your Studio is like fronting a lot of it. So I have to really follow kind of what they do and what they say. So do I think you can? Yes, you could technically use the spring from there in the L Labs. Yes, you can. You could. Honestly, though, I would say, Shan, you just search up spring swaps for HE switches. I think that's probably the best way to go about it. Because there's gonna be somewhere that's selling spring swaps. Like there will definitely be a lot of spring swap options out there that companies are selling, right? I've seen stores out there that are selling spring swaps, so you can definitely do that. So, just for Jean though, because Jean has to go to bed, we're gonna give him the sound test of this. And if anyone was curious what these are the Milky Yellows, the HE Milky Yellows. Dun-dun-dun. I'm really gonna need to have to like update a lot of the stuff that I have. But you know what though? I watched Alex's stream on the Vela. The Vela with the Venom sounds so good. Like, I have to say, that sounds so good. Okay. Let's hear what this sounds like with the thing. Hi, Black Official. Welcome. And Jan, I hope this sound test with the V2 helped you with that. Um, I think overall the sound wise is not bad. But again, it's just the fact that it has the movement, so much movement because the Switch is just not stable in there. Yeah, no, I think the Vela sounds so good for an HE board, like whole kit. I really, really want to try it. It would be awesome if that works out when they do, and if they do a second round. I'd love to see them do a second round. Um, Second round on a Vela would be cool, and then I get to test it out. Would be super, super cool. Because yeah, I mean, my goal is to really try to get like more experience with like HE boards and stuff. And Doc, you like I like alu plates with well-engineered cases as well as PI, but CF tends to suit HE really well. I haven't seen a PI plate in terms of HE boards actually. Has there been any that did PI? And Jan, do I think if a custom plate would make it fit better? No, I don't think it will. It's one of those things where um, Aqua switches in general just are very, very different in terms of size. This is the same case for mechanical keyboards and everything. Their switches are just smaller, and like the housings is just smaller. And if you're gonna do that, you're gonna have struggles when you put in other switches with that plate, because then what's gonna happen is you're gonna have to match the housing to the plate to the housing of like Aqua housings, and then you're gonna deal with all the other HG switches just not fitting in nicely and being too big. So case wise, it's not gonna be about the case fitment issue. It's really the plate issue. It's just a plate. Like Aqua switches just do not fit well with the thing, and like it's just how it is. Like I just showed you, right? Like I can pull from here, and then it'll come off. I did it earlier. So if I just tug on it, what was it? Here, if I just tug on it, it'll like fall out. It's not like everywhere, but there's definitely portions where like, yeah. So you see, it's not every single one, but some of them are like that. Yeah, the UFOs have the same issues, right? That's why I was mentioning for the UFO switches when I did the review, is the fact that UFO switches are also very loose in terms of the plate. They're not perfect fits. They sound really good though. I'm gonna be honest, the UFO switches are probably one of the better switches in terms of HE switches. And Doc, yeah, you got a PI plate in your F1 with HE. Oh, the F1 has an HE PCB. I didn't know that. Wait, I'm guessing the HE PCB you're using is the Venom. Is it the Venom TKL PCB? Is that the one you're using? And Professor Aquas are best soldered in. Yeah, you know what? That's fair. Actually, that's completely fair. That sounds a lot more. Makes a lot more sense. You know, I really should learn how to solder. Bara, hello from Memphis, and on Twitch. Not a problem, Jan. Not a problem. Special case. So strange thing I found with Aqua switches. If you buy the switches stand alone, the tolerances are loose, pulling them from an Aqua board. However, those switches always seem to fit tighter in general. To be fair, that's because Aqua boards is gonna be built to match their switches. One issue though is that you look at the Monsgeek board, the M1V5 that I reviewed on my channel, that I said the plate had issues. It was too tight for any switch, and that was even the case for their own Aqua switches. So yeah, it's one of those things, you know. Doc, sorry, on YouTube, Doc said, "Who's from Memphis?" They're actually on our Twitch right now. The Twitch chat. It's Bara. Bara is from Memphis as well, and yeah, okay. So you're gonna post this pic in the Discord. Let me take a look. I'm gonna have to go check. I'm gonna have to go check. Let's see here. Let's see the shared picture. I'm just gonna ask Shindo. That's you, right, Doc? Your guys' names being different on the Discord and the channel is gonna be a lot more complicated, you know. The F1 looks so nice. Oh, that's a nice board. If you guys wanna, okay, let me just share my screen and show you guys the board picture. This is why you should join the Discord, by the way. You guys see? It's a nice board. The F1 is such a nice board. Like, I really wish I had an F1. This is a very, very nice, very, very, very nice board. Look at that. Someone got the Man 40? Wait, what? What do you mean by Man 40? What is the Man 40? The pad B. Oh, this one. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is cool. So you have a numpad also separately. Is that the case? Oh, we have Doc moving to Twitch. Bara, we have someone joining Twitch just to talk to someone who's from Memphis. Oh, Bara says though, by the way, oh sorry, I hit my camera. Bara says that only in Memphis, just visiting because best friend lives there. And so full of tasty food. Is Memphis known for tasty food? Can someone explain? Let me know. Is Memphis good for good food? Oh, and there we go. Shindo is on Twitch now. Sorry, I just keep hitting things. It's not good. The Mineral 2 Akko board is good bang for the buck. I unfortunately could not try it. Akko wants now me to have a harder time trying their stuff. So now I can only try whatever they say they want to send me, and I can't really try stuff that I ask for anymore. It's unfortunate. To be fair, I kind of get it. If I said the M1V5 was really not good, and they are unhappy with that, and what can I say? That's just how it is, and I have to be honest though with my reviews, and I'm always going to be honest with my reviews. My reviews are always going to be honest as much as I can. Specifically, I'm going to give you pros and cons, right? My reviews and the idea of my reviews is always going to be, this is the pros that I notice, this is the cons. These are the type of people I think who are going to enjoy this board. These and most other people might not enjoy this board, and depending on who you are, go with whatever you like. Yeah, I mean that's the thing, right? At the end of the day, like, it's gonna be always one of those things where I'm always gonna bring pros and cons, and I'm always gonna mention both because at the end of the day, some people are gonna like something, some people won't. One of the things with the Neo98 that I was mentioning in my videos is, yeah, there's certain critiques, right? There's the fact that with foam, this board is not gonna sound great. The Neo98 with foam, honestly, is not one where the foam works. Honestly, the foam does not work well with this board. I think overall with the whole build, everything, they really focused on a foamless sound, but when you add in foam, it kind of just like has that issues for that. Also, the fact that you have layout limitations with this, right? There's only the 6U, so some people that like customs that want to have a 7U can't do that. They should have really worked on adding more layouts available in general for the Neo98. So it's one of those things, right? Like if you are someone who loves their customs and really wants to like play around with the customs, I would say, yeah, you should. The Neo98 is probably not that. But if you're someone who's just joining and learning about custom keyboards, this is probably a good board for you, especially for those that want to just use it for work. Sorry, Jan on YouTube was asking, last question before you go to bed. Yes, you should go to bed, sorry. If you would choose between Jade Ultras and Sparks, I would choose the Jade Ultras. But I'm going to be honest with you, I would choose neither. Don't go with the Ultras, don't go with the Sparks. Just don't do that. The scratchiness on the stems with the springs is just incredibly bad. You will get it. It really depends on how hard you type, but especially gaming-wise, I would say I don't really suggest it at all. Honestly, if you're going to want a Hall effect switch that you want for gaming and everything, just go with I would say my best choices is going to be the UFO switches, the UR Ice Ultra switches, the Geon Raw switches, or the Owl Labs tie switch. Those are going to be my official, like my current choices for switches for HE stuff, just because like it has the stability and all those things at the same time. The dual hooks, I haven't tried the newer dual hooks though, so that's the only thing. That's just my only thing, is that because I haven't tried the newer dual hooks, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the original dual hook switches that I tried. This is personally not me. So hopefully that helps. Especially because of the top out sounds. The top out sounds on the hooks, oh my goodness, they were so bad. It was horrible. It was just no. It was a big no. But yeah, I mean, I like to be critical as much as possible. To be fair, that's what I did with like a lot of Vucci Studio Electric stuff too. I was very critical about their things. But yeah, I mean, PCB limitation. I think a lot. Uh, so many chats to take a look at sometimes is really hard. But Hertz and yours, the doc is saying Hertz and the UR Ice are nice if you don't want to mod, which fair, yeah, I think they're both very good for that. Professor, if you're going for Evo boards are one of the best. So for foam, yes, foam wise, Evo boards are really good. I think this Evo 75 has been really well made. This is why I still have it. If I'm doing any foam sound tests, I think the Evo 75 is like the standard to kind of use for the foam wise for like aluminum case builds. It's just so good for it. But it's not going to be great for clacky builds. Like if you want clacky switches and you want to use a clacky switch in your Evo 75, it's not going to sound clacky at all. You're actually going to completely lose the clack and it'll sound more like a, yeah, like more on the medium sound wise. No worries, Jan. Have a good night. You should go to bed, especially if you got work in 5 hours. The Duhook Core Geon Raw Franken switch is fire. Duhook Core. I'm gonna have to look into the Duhook Core. I've spent so much money already. Oh, see, this is the complicated thing. Okay, I spent so much money on things, and like, I can't always keep buying stuff. I have to stop myself at a certain point. I've already spent a lot this month ordering the new keycaps from Kikobo. That one looks super cool. I really like the Sing K, the Sing K. I think those ones are gonna be a really nice keycap set. That's something that I'm really gonna be interested in. And of course, the next one would be like I also ordered some switches, bunch of things that I had to get overall. So maybe I'll have to look into that the next time. I think the next order I do of stuff, I'll look into the hook ones, because right now, too much spent. They're the ones with the silent top out. You get rid of. Oh, I see, Doc. So the hook core is the ones with the silent top out, and you get rid of top outs. I mean, that's quite fair. You know what? Actually, so this is something I recently received. I only received 10 of these. I'm waiting on the rest of them. This is from Key Talk. This is how their switches are packaged. It's expensive though. These switches are expensive. But I heard these are gonna be really nice. Like one of the better HE switches. These are switches. So this is a Hall Effect switch from Keytalk. Keytalk's first ever switch. They sent this out in like this nice packaging, which they are sending up more because obviously I can't do sound tests with just 10. I would need at least 30, and if I want to loop these, I need at least like 60, or I could get away with 50, or 50. Sorry, 58. I could get away with 58. But like, look at this packaging though. This is an incredible way to package your switches. Hi Booster, how Boost? This is yes. This is gonna be the Novas from the Key Talk. So this is something that's gonna be interesting. I think I'm really curious how these will sound. They keep telling me this is as good as the UFO switches, and I'm really curious about that. I just love the packaging. The packaging just looks super nice, but they're expensive. This is gonna be like a dollar. How much is it? Let's look at how what the price is gonna be, because these are expensive switches. Let's take a look here. Oh, like, you gotta find it because it's gonna be expensive. I think Keybay did one recently actually. So Shindo doesn't believe in the Japanese Twitter when it comes to HE Switch sounds. So all PC is dubious, huh? I'm wondering. I've never really listened to theirs. I'll be honest, I haven't listened to theirs, so I don't really know exactly how theirs sounds. Cause I like to test them out myself before I do anything. Like, I think that's how I like to do stuff, is to test. Let's see here. HG switches. Let's change my screen here. So it's 11 USD for 10. So you're looking at $1 and like 10 cents a switch. So $1.10 a switch for the Keytalk Nova Magnetic HE. And by the way, actually, sorry, the $1.10 per switch, by the way, is not packaged the way mine is. So this is the unboxed packaging, the vendor sell. My packaging is directly from Keytalk. So this is not the well packaged version. The well packaged version is completely different. It's a very different packaging. I'll have to show you guys the Keytalk version. So this is the price with the nice packaging. $13.90. So $1.40 a switch. This is what you'll be looking at. $1.40 a switch. Yeah, I didn't know either. I only found out by looking at Keybay's website. So Keybay's website has, because Keybay works with Keytalk, and I was like curious, like, oh, is there any new switches coming out, and is there any new HE stuff? Because Keybay said they're focusing more on HE products. So I had to see, like, oh, what's new? What's things that I don't know about that I should know about? Because I need to test things out. I want to do these things. And I saw this image, and I was like, oh my goodness, Keytalk? Keytalk? Like, Keytalk sends me keycaps, though. What's going on here? And I had to look into it. I reached out to them. That is correct. Keybay and actually, 1 second. I don't think it's just. I don't know. Is it Keybay or is it Toronto Keyboard Man that has it? Let me take a look here. I thought Toronto Keyboard Man had the Raka too. They were the ones that was looking into it originally. That's what I remember. Yep, Raka. Let's see here. So we have the Toronto Keyboard Man, which we can buy it here. But then the 7U it's separated. So you have a 6.25 or a 7U option. So Toronto Keyboard Man is also another vendor. Technically, they're in the same store. If you go in person, they are in the exact same location. They're in the same store, but you're looking at the Raka on keyboard and Toronto Keyboard Man, and for Keybay, they also have it too. For the Raka 80 Edge, which I'm also curious about the 80 Edge too. Actually, I'm really curious about this one. This one looks quite nice, honestly. The price is a bit expensive. I'm just waiting for their global launch because I know right now that in general, Raka is like the brand itself is so popular. No, the keyboard shop is only in Toronto in Canada, so they only have a. Oh wait, you just keyboard shop in general. Sorry. Bara's asking if there's any keyboard shops. You know, in general though, there's not that many keyboard shops out there. I don't think Vancouver even has any keyboard shops, like a physical keyboard shop. I heard there was one in Seattle. So I heard that in Seattle, like in a university area, there is an actual physical keyboard store. So that's kind of interesting. I actually should go check it out. Maybe I can do a vlog like that. I could do a vlog. I'll drive down, and go take a look at it. That is correct. It's a lot more common in Asia. That's something that I want to do when I go to Korea, by the way. So I am heading to Korea in May. I'll be there mid-May, and one of the things I plan to do is do like a keyboard vlog, is going to a bunch of stores. I might go also visit Japan if I have enough funds for it. I might go to Japan and also check out some keyboard stores. So that's something that I'm thinking about. Yeah, so those are things that I'm considering doing, like a vlog style thing. But anyways, one of the things I heard about Raka and like what they were doing as a brand, they're so busy in China right now that they're not even looking to expand out into global yet, because they have so many sales that they're just can't keep up with it. Like they have way too many sales that they can't even keep up with their current orders in China. That's how popular it is right now. And that, to be fair, is crazy, because if you think about it, they only need one product that goes crazy there, like super popular, and that brand is probably already had made millions. But yeah. So overall, though, I mean, the BSUN Golden Apple was cool, and the Neo 90. Oh, I don't know if I did something weird. I mean, is there any other switches you guys wanted to hear in the Neo 98? Because I mean, to be fair, I mean, my streams are a little bit more casual. It's gonna be whatever you guys kind of wanted to. Um, oh really? I didn't know that. Shindo says Raka designed the original Venom 2 with Gion. That'd be pretty cool. Oh well, I mean, in Switch list wise, there was like a bunch of things. I think people just kind of were like giving lists of switches. That's why. Oh, or sorry. Did you want me to go over the list of switches that I received recently? Actually, let's do that. Let's go back into that. So as you see here, we'll have the Key Geek PA, the BSUN Golden Apple, HMX T-Rex, Wing Trees, the BM11, BM10, the VDV, KM17, KM16, HMX like the Sunset, and the Toast switch. So I have these ones right here. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, that's 10 switches. And I also have Keeves and Cable's new Taro switch, the Taro V2. And I also have the Cherry, what was it? The Sakura, was it? Let me get the music back on, just because like we're just more of like a discussion kind of thing. I mean, to be fair, the Wing Trees is not a... Yeah, you're right. I mean, to be fair, the Wing Trees is definitely a more complicated name. You want to hear the Toast? Okay, okay, we can do the Toast. We can do the Toast. Let me just get the Toast out for you guys. Oh, let me see here. Let's see which one is the Toast. Nope, that's the P8. I wish all of these were so labeled. Yeah, I mean, the whole point of the stream is really just to be casual, that you guys hear all the switches you want to hear in a board that maybe you're interested in. Right, like new boards that come out. To be fair, right now it's the Neo98. That's the most, like the newest board that's been released. That's currently in pre-order, so definitely want to give you guys more of like an option to listen to Neo98 stuff with everything that's there. Yeah, it's just a hangout, really. A live hangout. Only if my mic for some reason did not have issues with static. Alright, 1 second. Let me just grab my tweezers. Okay, so we have the happy switch. There we go. Do you guys see how happy this little toast is? Maybe I can bring it a little bit closer. Happy, happy toast. So we can try out the HMX toast in this thing. Honestly, I really wanted to try the HMX toast. I know some people probably thought like, oh, it's another HMX switch. You know, it looks cute. And especially if you have lighting going through. I'm actually really curious what it will be like when the light goes through. We can test that too, actually. Alright, let's change out the switches. So let's go here. I'm assuming toast means it's gonna be like a nice deeper sound switch. If this is a clacky switch, I'm gonna be kind of surprised. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'll be very surprised and shocked. You know, a happy face? Yeah. Why don't we have more happy faces on our switches? But to be fair, the happy face would have to have lighting. If no lighting, there's no, you wouldn't be able to see anything. Crispy. I wonder what crispy's gonna sound like. What is crispy to you? What would a crispy switch sound like to you? I'm curious. So let's go here. HMX butters. I haven't tried the HMX butters. I think a lot of people mentioned the HMX butters, but I haven't tried them myself. I mean, how are the HMX butters? I've not tried them. For someone actually, for myself who's actually had so many different switches, I'm surprised I haven't tried those ones. So many switches that I've tried, yet I haven't tried those ones. To be fair, I've only got into clacky switches towards the end of last year. For some reason, I was just like, oh man, I don't want a clacky switch. And then starting end of last year, I was like, oh man, I like clacky switches. It's because deep switches just started getting boring. Oh, Fede, you're back. Welcome back. And can you ask what keycaps these are? These are going to be the Key Kobo. I think they're key. Someone help me here. Key Kobo Ignite? Is it? Oh, and Jonathan from YouTube, HMX Firecracker. Yeah, you know what? I love the firecrackers. There's the Signet. Thank you. Thank you, Bara. Signet. That's the one I was looking for. Signet. That is the name. Key Kobo and Novel Key collaboration Signet. And Jonathan, yes, the HMX firecrackers, great. I love them. But the only thing about the HMX firecrackers is they don't work in every single build out there. A lot of foamless builds really will sound very, very hollow with the HMX firecrackers, and they will not be you will not enjoy your board that way, unfortunately. It's just an unfortunate thing. I'm gonna be honest. I love the switches, but just in certain builds they just don't do the sound well, and it sounds really, really bad, and I'm like very sad about it. Yes, thank you, Bara, for telling. For French, remember which keycaps that I got, because I couldn't remember. This is what happens when you have a memory like a goldfish. I remember things randomly. Make sure this is going in. did it. And I hear a car going by. Going burp, 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 burp. I literally live right beside the road. Or my window is right beside the road, actually. This is one of the reasons why I can't get a mic that like can catch every sound around me, because you just hear a bunch of random things going around all the time. And actually, I live very close to a highway, so even makes it worse. You know what the thing is? Where I live, because it's so close to the highway, there's like a very long stretch of road, and there's not many cop cars, and there's people here that have like sports cars. Like the other day I saw a guy driving a McLaren, and for some reason at night at like 2 a.m. they love to go through that road as fast as they can and as loud as they can. Jonathan, so which alternative tactiles would you use in those cases? I would probably say the Type R switch. The Type R switch is a good tactile that's still on the heavier side, but still works really well with foamless sounds. It's one of the switches that I would say still works really well for foamless. Firecrackers, unfortunately, just don't kind of do it really well. It's just unfortunate. I love the firecrackers, but it's just an unfortunate thing, honestly. It's an unfortunate thing. So Shindo, you just double checked. It's Duhook core housing because it's nylon, Geon raw, stem and spring to get a weird of the like I guess remove the muted top out and have better spring. Oh, interesting. And boost suggests the Gateron Azure Dragon V4. So Jonathan, if that's another heavy tactile you could also look into too for foamless builds. I might Duhook core. I have the I don't know if I guess my Duhook wouldn't work. I'll look into it. I'll see. Duhooks aren't as expensive. So let's actually do a sound test of this one. Well, this is actually very quiet. This is interesting. This is definitely a... Yeah, like... we're going to try it with the foam. We're going to try it with the foam board. So, it's very interesting. I actually want to hear it with the Evo 75. Just so we can kind of hear what the difference is like. Because this is a fully foamed board meant to be foamed. While this is supposed to be a foamless board that's meant to be foamless. And Jonathan, so which alternatives... I like both Gaterons, but I find they are both not loud enough. The HMX Retro J sometimes works and feels better. The Retro J is actually not bad of a choice. Retro J. The Type R switches is something I like. If you want something a little bit louder on the clackier side, I would say the HMX Hydra. That's actually supposed to be like a HMX version of the Type R. That's literally what it is. It's a clacky version, a louder version of the Type R switches, which is the HMX Hydra. But yeah, I would say for this toast switch, it's quite interesting. Actually, I'm really liking it. Actually, I'm really curious what it would sound like in my Core Plus or my 60 CU. I need more boards. You know, at the end of the day, what it is, I just need more boards. I just need more of them. I need a lot more boards. And Shindo, Blue Cheese V2, Keygeek Clean Blue, and Keygeek M1 and Y3. Which one do you like for low pitch? I want to try a deeper MX build, leaning Blue Cheese. In terms of deep sounding, the M1s are not deep. They're actually medium. So depending on the build, they can actually become poppy. I haven't tried the Clean Blue. So the Clean Blue I have not tried. The Blue Cheese V2 definitely is a great deep sound. If you're going with like a foamed board or not, the Blue Cheese V2 is very good. The Y3 is on the deep sound side, but it's not that deep. It's actually less deep than the Blue Cheese V2. The Keygeek Y2 is probably like the deepest sounding board, like switch, even deeper than the Blue Cheese V2. So that's like what I have it as. That's one of my thoughts, is like the Blue Cheese V2 is deep and nice, but it has more of like that thump to it, like a Thoki switch. The Y2 switches from Keygeek is more on the creamier side, so you'll get a little bit more of like that buttery sound to it. And it's a little bit more mushy as well in general when you're typing. So those are something just to consider if you are wanting a deep switch, like which kind of way do you want to go about it. The Y2 is nice. It's a deep switch. I personally like it in terms of like thinking about a creamy switch build, but it's really of a day-to-day kind of thing for me. Like some days I'm just like, oh man, I don't really want to deal with this like super quietness. So it's definitely like a day-to-day, depends kind of thing. Yes, so Jonathan, yeah, you like Hydras are great. Hydras are definitely great. I think they're very nice. I actually have one, but you know, again, it's a little bit different. Yes, Shindo. Blue Cheese V2. Yes, you should go try it. I think Keybae actually has some in stock now. So, is it in stock or is it pre-order? Can't remember. I actually ordered their new heart one, so I will be testing those ones. The heart switch, that one looks cool. I don't know if it's sold out already or not. The calligraphy and Clean Blue were the ones I was most interested in. I should try the Clean Blue. I haven't tried the Clean Blue. Maybe I should try those. I haven't tried the calligraphy either, actually. The ones that I'm currently like I ordered because I thought it was really cool is gonna be the oh, you like scratch. The Blue Cheese does not really have scratch. To be honest, they don't really have scratch. But I really like them as a deep Thoki switch. That's just personally, I really like it. I think it's probably one of the better ones in terms of the Thok. Let's see here. No, they still have it actually. Oh, the Her Heart switch. Oh, they still have some left. I thought they would have sold out already. I guess Keybae hasn't sold out of them yet. Interesting. You know what? That's fair. Actually, my Cherry MX2A blacks are unlubed. I just did a spring swap. I should try the calligraphy then. Okay, so I'll have to try the calligraphy. I like my MX2A blacks right now. They're unlubed. I really like them. I only did a spring swap on them, and I really like them as is. The Sonya HC though, the only issue is it's the weight though. Like the Sonya HC is, the spring is just too heavy for me. I personally don't like the heaviness of it. That's the only issue. So, yeah, that's what I like about the MX2A blacks. I do want to get a really nice, like, fully customized MX2A. I don't do switch film at all. That's just something I don't do. I think I'm just too lazy to do it. So I don't do filming, even though I have switch film. I actually bought a bunch of switch film a long time ago. I don't know where they are anymore because I used to switch film and then I stopped doing it. I got too lazy. I was like, this is too much work for me. I can't do this for every single switch that I get. And I was buying like a bunch of switches all the time. Like it was like every month I was ordering like 8 or 9 different switches a month. Yes, I do have the pedals. I will be trying the MX pedals very soon. I know the MX pedals, I'm very interested in them. Very interested in how the MX pedals will be, because I really liked how the blacks were. with the spring swap. But right now, what the switch I'm enjoying the most is the Gateron La Orange. The La Orange is so nice. It's so nice. I really like him. The Gateron La Orange is just really nice switch that has a bit of that scratch, but not too much. Don't need to lube it. Just good as they are. I know they're not for everyone because they're deeper sounding and they're quieter. I personally really like how they are with that. The thing is, in a spacebar with foamless build, it's gonna have like a pop sound to it, like a poppy sound. So I changed out my spacebar to Ink Black V2, and yeah, the Ink Black is like really perfect for the spacebar. Just matches the whole sound profile. The issue is, it's just the sound profile doesn't match with the spacebar. With the Ink Black, it does match. All right, let's listen to this now. Yeah, I would say this is more leaning to the Thauky side than Marbly side. And sorry, Jonathan from YouTube, have you tried the Alex Soto's Granite Linear? I haven't tried Alex Soto's Switch. I personally don't really like ordering things on novel keys just because like shipping from the US and Canada is just expensive. I do want to try them though, but I haven't tried them yet. So HMX K01. The K01 was interesting. It's a nice scratchy tactile, light tactile though, very very light. I did like them a little bit. I haven't tried them in a while. I should try them again actually. I haven't tried the K01s in a while. I should put them in my maybe I'll try putting them in my Neo98 CU. The classic blues from NK. Oh, I now have to. Man, you guys are giving me more things I'm gonna have to buy. Okay, it's just a list that keeps growing of things that I'm like, okay, I gotta buy this one. I gotta buy this one. I gotta buy this one. Cause like, and then it's just gonna be me being like, oh man, my cart is gonna be like $200 USD just from all these things I need to try out. Yes, it is. Honestly, to be fair though, actually, Nav, I think no. I have an idea. Okay, if there's specific novel key switches that people want to hear or ask me to try, I might be able to do an order for February. I have a person coming up from Seattle. I could possibly do an order to them in February and then save a lot of money on shipping that way. Huh. Man, there's so much stuff that I gotta buy. No. I don't think the granites are groundbreaking. They're like milky yellows, had good QC and tight housing. Interesting. Oh. NK to Canada is like 15 to 20 max. You're right. Right. Okay, so the pricings. Yeah, you know what? Novel key pricings. Yeah, I mean, the key Kobo sale was really good. I honestly regret not buying the second keycap switch set at the time. That was a big regret for me personally, I think. Uni keyboards always got a lot of stuff. Honestly, like yeah, it's true. I think out of all the vendors, I think Unikeys has probably the most amount of options in terms of things. But yeah, I'd say personally, Unikeys. I like Unikeys. I love DY. DY is so nice. DY is like amazing person to work with. Yeah, no, this HMX toast is so nice. Oh, I like the I like this toast. This toast is actually it's a nice switch. Let's just take a look at the travel. I want to look at the travel distance on this. Um, let's look at the HMX toast information a little bit, cause I'm really liking this toast. Yeah, like it's actually really nice. Okay, so it's got a 22 millimeter spring, which is nice. It's got an H2 spherical stem tip. And the PA12 and P4, but it only has 3.6. See, okay, this is the thing. So this is one of the things that I kind of felt right now when I was using them, typing on them. I felt the travel was not as good. It felt kind of like it cut off really early. Jonathan says Milktooth is also good for switches. Yeah, no, Milktooth is good. Milktooth is definitely good for the US. It's just not good for Canada. Milktooth shipping for Canada is really expensive and really not great. And last time I ordered from Milktooth, my shipment got lost. It actually got lost. And you know what the funniest thing, guys, is my switches that it got lost in the mail actually just arrived this week. So yeah. That happened. I don't know what's going on. Like I randomly got switches, and the switches that were lost for 6 months just randomly appeared at my door. I was like, what? I was like, what? This would have been nice 6 months ago. So, to be fair, it's probably not on them. It's probably not their fault. It's probably UPS, like UPS being a pain and UPS losing stuff. But that's what happened. My switches disappeared in the mail, and I just recently received them. Oh, sorry, I just had to get some water. But overall, I mean, I think if this was 3.8 millimeters, it would have been so nice. Those Zowang magnetic switches. The Zowang. Yes. The Zowang. Oh, is that the magnetic switches you bought on? Wait, which ones are these ones? I don't know which ones these ones are. I'll have to see what they are first. The Zowang magnetic. Oh, is that the... What are these? These look like they're Gateron magnetics, but maybe modified? Is that what they are? Oh wait, sorry, I just opened up the wrong one. So you send me the sound trust Amazon. They're on sale for 20 for 90 bucks. Yeah, isn't that and I'm pretty sure, like, but when I just googled it, so I just googled it. I'll show you guys. I'll show you guys what I googled. And it's coming up as Gateron dual rail magnetic orange. I'm pretty sure these are just Gateron magnetic orange, but renamed and slightly redone. It's a completely different switch. So the Zowang is different than this. Oh, which one are they? Zowang. Oh my goodness, we have to find it. Zowang magnetic switches. We'll take a look here. Oh, is this it? Is this the one? I'm assuming this might be... Okay, let's take a look at the thing. Let's take a look at the thing. Oh, okay. So we got it here. Interesting. Too bad they're not in Canada. I can't get this in Canada. I don't think. I mean, I could maybe ask my friend to grab it, pick it up for me. But then I wouldn't be able to try it until December. Or sorry, until February. Yeah, that's the only thing though. I wouldn't be able to try it until February. So that's the only issue. I don't know if I can try it until then. Because I won't see my friend until then. That's the only thing. But overall, I mean, yeah, we tried some cool stuff. I've tried. But you know what though? Before we finish off, because I'm gonna have to finish off very soon. Oh, sorry. I think I'm hitting the mic. We're going to test one last switch, which is gonna be the HMX T-Rex, because everyone wanted to hear the HMX T-Rex. Well, I mean, my friend's gonna be coming in from Seattle in February, so I think I could probably ask them. They have Amazon. They can probably send me, like, order it or something for me. Let me just get this straight up. All right, guys. Last switch before I gotta go. Will be the HMX T-Rex. So we'll do that. I think that's gonna be. You know what's so funny right now? I'm gonna be honest with you. That's like really funny. Is that every time you say shoot, the mod, like the Twitch mod, keeps saying, "Hey, do you want? Are you sure you want to be? Is this a loud message or not?" Sorry, Jonathan, I missed your message. Milktooth offer free shipping in the US if you spend over 40. That's fair. That's fair. $49 over and then get free shipping is awesome. Both of those keyboard builds look great with those keycaps. Thank you. This is the Signet, and then the Evo 75 is with the Midas. The Midas keycap set is very nice. For a foam board, awesome to use. Very, very nice. I love the color. I love like the whole aspect of the keycaps. Right, Nav's a mod. Nav can see it. Yes. It says aggression warning, and I'm like, because it says I'll shoot you, and it gives an aggression warning. Boost, why are you so aggressive, man? Why are you aggressive against me? The hell? Twitch is saying you're showing aggression against me. So funny. Okay. Let's take a look at the T-Rex. Now, my assumptions with the T-Rex is it's gonna be another HMX clacky. We'll see though. I would love to see something new. You know, I'm gonna be honest. I would love to see something a little bit more new. Yes, I am aggressive, he says. Super aggressive. Boost wants to be super aggressive. You guys heard it. You guys heard it right here. Alright, this is the HMX T-Rex. See it right here. Look at that. It looks pretty nice actually. I like the color scheme. Nice light blue. I don't know how it's related to T-Rex at all. I don't think it is related to T-Rex, but I mean, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I'm curious. What do you think about when you hear T-Rex? Get reminded by Jurassic Park and how the T-Rex like goes roar. So I'm assuming that's the kind of sound profile I should be like. Okay, interesting. The HMX housing on this thing, by the way, when I'm pushing it into the plate, is actually quite. You guys hear that? It's kind of tight, right? You guys hear that, right? It's very, very tight. Oh my goodness. What is going on here? Why are these HMXs so tight? The heck? Oh no. I'm gonna break a pin doing this. Wow. This is insane. It's like popcorn popping. Hey, you guys hear this? Like, this is crazy. It's like popcorn popping, literally. Okay. A little bit concerned. No case foam. No case foams at all. Zero foams completely. The hot swap pockets. Yeah, so I actually have that issue with this ESC right here. The ESC hot swap pocket on the Neo98 actually fell off. I'm gonna solder it back on, hopefully. Welcome, Nagusa. Nagusa. Yeah, I'm gonna say Nagusa. Wait, weren't you in the YouTube chat? I'm pretty sure I saw you in the YouTube chat. Yes, I did. Ha, welcome to Twitch. Alrighty. I'm curious how this will sound. FR4, the T-Rex and the FR4 Neo98 CU. Yeah, that's the thing. I like doing this. I think, you know what? I really like the whole switches thing. I'm gonna have to talk to DY and see what he thinks about doing more Switch streams and like not just the Switch reviews. Like I would do videos for him, of course, to do the Switch reviews, but also maybe doing more like streams as well and just take it like tinkering that way. I'm gonna have to talk to DY about it. We'll see what he thinks. Okay, let's turn off the music and let's listen to this. Do you mean like a brighter switch that I could pair? I mean, I like the switch sound though. This actually sounds quite nice. It's a really nice clack. A brighter switch. I could try it. Let me grab one. Let me grab one. This is probably one of the brightest switches. We can change out to a much brighter switch. This is going to be the Keybay Cheese V2. Oh, what do you guys think? So that's what I actually like. Actually, you know what? That is a really nice combo. So you get like a brighter space bar, but like with the Cheese V2 and this T-Rex. The T-Rex is actually quite nice. I'll be honest, I'm quite surprised. I didn't expect this from the T-Rex switches. I thought it was gonna be like a little bit different, but a rail bottom out switch. Rail bottom out. Okay. Let me get you a rail bottom out switch. Let's try this. But the only rail bottom out switch I have is gonna be the HMX Sanya. I mean, I do have MX Blacks, yes, but I also have the Sanya HC. We can try the Sanya HC. Yeah, the Sanyas are being not great with this one. I'll try the MX Blacks. Jonathan, you sounds great. Very sharp and clicky. What does it feel like? So the thing is with the T-Rex, the travel again feels a little bit short for me. I've been so into lately like full travel switches, and I think that's what I'm getting so used to that like anything under 3.8 millimeters feels short travel wise. Let me see if I have. Where's my MX Blacks? One moment. Let me see if I can find my MX Blacks. Okay. I am coming back to you with a Cherry MX Black switch. Spring swapped, by the way, with the Wuche Studio spring. To be fair, the MX two ways just sound great in general. Like, they're just really nice switches, and I think, yeah, this is like what you like to hear. Honestly, these switches feel quite nice. Like, it does feel to me that they're a little bit on short travel because when I press it down, like compared to right here, right? When I get the full travel, it definitely feels different on my fingers when I'm typing. But overall, the T-Rex are quite nice. Actually, I'm gonna be honest, this clack, I wasn't expecting it, and I'm actually enjoying it. I like the sound profile. The sound profile on this with the Neo98 aluminum, with the top mount, and like the foam gaskets, just to like help with the PCB not like hitting the case. Super nice. I'm really liking this one. Yeah, it's really nice. Yeah. Overall, I gotta say, honestly, the Neo98 overall in general with like I think the gasket mount is probably the best. Honestly, I really think if you're gonna get either the Neo98 or the Neo75, I would highly recommend running it with a gasket mount. If you want to run a top mount, I would really recommend using the foams just on the PCBs, like underneath the PCB point where it's gonna be on the case and like between there. I would highly recommend doing it that way. I think the top mount on this board is good, but I prefer personally myself. Like I think the sound profile wise, it just sounds better that way. But yeah, I mean, I think this was fun. I think this is a cool way to do the streams. I don't know if I'll be able to stream it every single week though. Again, depends on like, do I have a new board, as well as do I have enough switches or new switches. So I think those are some things to like, I'll have to consider as well. There's a bunch of switches, of course, we didn't get to try, so like I could definitely go into another stream with that. Let me change the camera real quick, but let me just change my mics. Okay, so we're changing the mics real quick, and let me turn on this one. Okay, perfect. So I can see you guys now. So thank you again, guys, for joining me with this stream. I think overall I'm gonna be enjoying doing more of like a Switch stream. I'm gonna try to talk to some more vendors to see if like they're willing to kind of work with me on this kind of streams, and then that way I can show off a lot of these switches, and then of course I will make Switch review videos, but I'm gonna make them shorter. I think I'm gonna keep it to maybe 3 keyboards in total. So it's just gonna be like my Kick 75, like the Neo Core like 65 Core Plus and the 60 CU, and then that way my Switch review videos can be much shorter and more compact with all the information like within less than 10 minutes. And then during these Switch streams, I can really go over like with the different boards, and if you guys request different boards, we can do different boards. I'm gonna have some more extra keycaps, so I'm gonna try to get like even keycap differences for you guys. So I already have the full metal keycaps from Aki's. I already have Sarah keycaps. I have SA profile keycaps. I have ABS. I have PBT. I think the only thing that's left is going to be like a lower profile, which I do have a low profile keycap set, which technically is a little bit lower than MDA, but we can do some things like that. So I think that's the idea. I think that's what we're going to aim for us to do with these streams, start moving forward. And yeah, I think that would be overall, that's my goal. So it would be cool if, have you guys join more in the streams, and of course, overall, be able to kind of have this kind of moments as well. All right. Well, anyways, thank you guys so much for coming. I'm going to have to go. Unfortunately, I still don't know how to raid yet, so maybe in the future I'll learn how to do that, and we could do that in the future. All right. Have a good night, everyone.